In this world, is the destiny of mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law? Is it like the hand of God hovering above? At least it is true that man has no control, even over his own will.
Ah, that's another cool upside to having, like, the background of the mission select screen be, like, based on where you are in the story. Because it's like, oh, it's been a while since I played, where did I leave off? Oh yeah, with naked cuddles all night long. All night long. All night. All night long. Oh yeah. I wonder how that's gonna be affected when you, like, finish the game. Like, complete the campaign. Okay, this is showing Casca's backstory, apparently. This is, like, apparently being shown as, like, a fever dream, but in the comic, she just tells Guts, here's my backstory. I was a peasant daughter, and shit was rough. Shit was super rough. So my parents sold me to this nobleman, and the nobleman was like, I'm a fucker. And she was like, I'm not happy about that. Not good with that situation. And then Griffith shows up and it's like, Casca, constantly getting raped is not a sexual orientation. Knock it off. Knock it off, sweetheart. And that's why he's cool, because Griffith doesn't just save her, he encourages her to take up, like, the resolve to protect herself. Like, come on, don't be a damsel. Fucking put up or shut up. You gotta fucking kill a bitch one of these days. Okay, they're not going to show it, but Griffith didn't just show up to save her out of, like, the goodness of his heart. They were there, he and the Band of the Hawk were there to rob the shit out of the caravan that the nobleman was, like, traveling home with. They were totally just being brigands. And saving her was completely incidental.
しょうがねえだろ。ずぶ濡れでおまけに凍えかけてたんだからよ。なんだよその目は。ほら。お前、うわっ。何すんだてめえ。てめえいい加減に。てめえいい加減にしやがれこの悲惨なこっちは死ぬ思いでてめえを川から引きずり上げたんだぞ女じゃなかったらぶん殴って顎外してるところだぜ
Oh, but there's the problem.
たくすぐ頭に血登りやがって
Therein lays the dilemma.
仕事は向かねえっつうの
私だって好きで女に生まれたわけじゃない情けないお前だけには助けられたくなかったお前だけには
まだ体が随分と嫌われたもんだぜたく
Now you might think strong female character, but wait. Give it a sec.
グリフィスに会ったあの日から全てが変わった私は今でも 長い夢を見続けているような気がする。あの人の隣にいたい。あの人の夢を成し遂げるために欠かせないものになりたい。その願いが叶えられると信じていた。信じることができた。あの日
Guts became the teacher's pet, and Casca wanted to be
覚えて
that.
いるか。あの日あの丘の上でグリフィスがお前にかけた言葉。
お前が欲しいんだ、ガッツ。
Because she idolizes him for saving her.
誰にもあんなこと言いはしなかった。今まで誰にも。なぜだ。どうしてお前でなければならないんだ。どうして私があの人の剣になりたかったのに。
そうか、それがお前の夢か。
And it's not just that he saved her life, it's also like he inspired her to take up arms and become strong herself, and to be able to defend herself. They cut a lot of that scene, but like that's like the moment that their relationship takes a turning point, and they start becoming closer. And they see reflected in one another something that they long for themselves. Casca sees Guts's, like, usefulness for Griffith and his affinity for him. And in her, he sees, like, oh, someone who actually has something to fight for. Because Guts really doesn't have anything in his life. He just fights because it's all he knows.
もうくたばってんじゃねえのか。
So yeah, I was wondering, is this gonna get a level? And yep, this is...
奴らの野営地だ。正面突破は無理。
They're expanding it on it here to make it like a level, but... In the comic, it was just some enemy soldiers show up and they gotta deal with that. There wasn't really like a whole, oh, we gotta get behind their base setup to it. I am kind of impressed that it gets to be playable, but also that's not a surprise considering what an important moment this is.
お前に何がわかる。
わかるわけねえだろ、男だもん。
That's shockingly enlightened.
都合で足止め食うわけにはいかねえってことだ。お前が女だろうがどうだろうが敵さんに
Shockingly enlightened, right? Like he says this stuff and you're like, oh, chauvinism. But then he's like, no, dude. Like it's pragmatic. There's shit going down. Oh, got my baylet. Run away. Flee for your lives. I said flee! Flee better. Oh, fucking so cheap. Look, I am the 100-man slayer, like I said. Look, her health starts out... Actually, no, she might have taken damage during the battle. I was gonna say her health starts out being pretty low. So let me guess what's gonna happen here. Yeah, so this happens. They get ambushed by this dude. Like that asshole. And they get ambushed by 100 men.
キャスカ、いけそうか。
これ以上貴様の世話にはならん。
上等。
Yeah, and there's this awesome moment where they're like back to back, facing down off against all these dudes, and they're fighting together, and it's the coolest shit. Like, it's Guts and Casca fighting off, facing off.
俺がチャンスを作る。そしたらいい。
It's only like for a few pages, because then he's like, you gotta get out of here.
それじゃ
He's like, don't worry about it. I got this big sword. And is that what's gonna happen? Like, is she gonna run off and go back through that level all the way back through there while I'm fighting all these dudes? That'd be interesting. Oh no, okay. The map was merely hidden. So what's supposed to happen is Guts just stays behind and fights all of the men. And Casca runs off and like almost gets raped, as is her prerogative. And like stabs a dude in the fucking eye with a fucking tree branch, and the panel depicting that's really fucked up and awesome. And like kicking dudes' asses, and then fucking. Well, I'm sure we're gonna get to it. But the point is, like, Guts is left alone while she's kind of running this gambit by herself. Like, if this were accurate, I would still be stuck back in that room, fighting an endless horde of men forever. And Casca... Actually, it would probably make more sense to be playing as Casca during this level, since she's the one who's actually running around, and Guts is just hanging out in one location, holding off these men. These 100 men. Oh yeah! I don't know why the first time you do that, it's gotta do this little, like, wind up first for some reason. I'm not appreciate this. Ah, fuck you guys. You're not important. Oh, you can charge up your fucking triangle moves. Okay, they're just gonna keep showing up. We gotta move forward here. What's the other Baylets? Defeat 1,000 enemies. Because defeating 100 men isn't impressive in a fucking Dynasty Warriors game. So it's like, fuck it, 1,000. Become the 1,000-man slayer instead of the 100-man slayer. Like, all things being equal, we gotta fucking, raise the stakes here. Casca, come on, honey, keep up. Oh, you bitch. My favorite part is, like, the enemies don't just, like, fly backwards and disappear. Like, look at that! That guy's fucking legs flew off. Casca. What are you doing, honey? We gotta keep moving here. I know you're having fun. Oh yeah! Okay, do I have to blow up? Like, she refuses to go that way around. You gotta go through here. Yeah, it's gonna get 1,000 men, no fucking problem. Casca's hanging back because she's having fun. I guess. I don't know. Fucking come on, honey. Oh, yeah! Is this the same voice actor from the 2016 anime, or is it the guy from the movie? And are they the same person? I could look that up, but also I don't really care. That's such a great line! You see how cool Guts is? You see what a cool guy he is? Because that would sound fucked up, but she's like, nah man, I wanna be Griffith's sword. I wanna be a tool that he can use. I want to be his stepping stone. Which is totally a healthy relationship to have with someone, right? That's a totally, like, positive relationship that isn't unhealthy or toxic whatsoever. Especially since it's unrequited and Griffith does not feel, like, positively towards her in that way. But he does feel that way towards Guts, who has, like, no direction or like, sense of individual purpose in his life. Totally healthy relationships all around. Oh my god, I had my horse the whole time. Nakama! Okay, so now she's gonna run off to go get almost raped. And it's like, Casca, constantly getting raped is not a sexual orientation. You need to stop that. I only say it because it happens so many fucking times where she almost gets raped. And it's like, yeah, it's like a dark medieval fantasy setting, and she's a woman, so yeah, that's gonna happen. But come on, girl. Stop, like, there's only so many times it can happen before you're like, okay, you need to take partial responsibility here. That sounds really fucked up. Okay, so this is totally accurate. Guts just fights all of the men. Forever. And it's up to 1,000 now. But, like, because it's a Muso game and it has to be, like, exaggerated. It's way more, like, in the comic, it was actually 100 dudes. Which, realistically, is way too many guys. Like, are you fucking kidding me? 100 men. That's like... That is a warranted reputation if you can just kill 100 men. Because it's a Musou game, it has to be, like, amped up to ridiculousness. But still, like, it captures the spirit. And, like, half of this fight we don't even see. We just cut back occasionally and see him still fighting the men. And he's, like, getting progressively more and more worn out and tired from it. Yeah, once again, Guts is like, why am I doing this? Ah, fuck it, it's fun to murder people. Like, for all these other characters, war and death and killing is the end, is the means to justify their ends. For Guts, killing and murder and war and death is the ends. Oh, that's it. I did it. Are running away afraid of Guts. Which, to be fair, would it, like, that's totally warranted. Is he gonna... Okay, at least he's not on his fucking horse anymore, so he can't be a cheap asshole. Anyway, he's not anything. This isn't even a fight. The fight was against the 100 men. Adon here is like barely a character. The followers. Let me kill your followers then. You know, dude, like, having more guys for me to kill is just empowering me, because it lets me build up my frenzy meter. So yeah, right now, Casca is out there getting almost raped, and killing dudes, and being awesome, and the Band of the Hawks show up and help out. And, like, sorta save her. And then they're gonna come and be like, yo, Guts, everything okay? But Guts totally solos this entire thing. He totally solos the 100-man brawl in Super Smash Brothers, and it's pretty wicked. Oh, fuck you two. Come on, give me frenzy. Yes! Musou! There we go. Victory! Yes, run! One Ra, you still have legs to carry you.
Guts! Iruka! Henji o shiro! Guts!
And they're all like, is this like that thing where that samurai died standing up? Look that up, that's real.
死ぬなって言ったろ。お前は私との約束を破るのか。ガッツ！うっせえな。ゆするんじゃねえ。
And he's like, come on, I was just taking a nap. Chill out. It's hard. It's hard, okay? Hey, boss. Oh, look at his hand! Oh, Jesus! You didn't have a good time.
他の段に100人斬りのガッツありだな。
The 100-Man Slayer! Yeah! That'll get you some fucking big dick points on the battlefield. Hey, oh shit, we're fighting the Band of the Hawk. Their Raider Captain Guts killed 100 dudes. Well, yeah, I mean, you fight in enough battles, you're going to accumulate a body count. Like, no. He fought 100 dudes single-handedly, all in one fight, when he was, like, ambushed. Whoa. It's not a good time for us. Yeah. To fight that guy. So that whole event is basically the marking of, like, the halfway point through the Golden Age.
ガッツ
We're basically... I don't know how the game's gonna handle those levels, but story-wise, this is like the halfway point. Because like I said, the fucking Golden Age is long.
生きてることを丸々かけちまうほどのもんを持ってる。だがよ、俺が行き当たりばったりで100人と切り合おうが1000人と切り合おうが大したこっちゃねえと思うんだ。ここの連中は吹けば消えそうな小さな夢を持ち寄ってグリフィスっていうでっけえ炎に投げ込むんだ。でもな、ここに俺の火はねえ。俺はそのかがり火にちょいと温まってフラッと立ち寄っただけなのかもしれねえ。
ガッツ
俺は物心ついた時には戦場にいた。俺を育ててくれた傭兵団のボスは剣の振り方以外何も教えちゃくれなかった。死にたくねえって理由だけで、こいつを振り回すことしか知らねえってだけで俺は戦をやってきたんだ。そして何より一番肝心な戦うわけってやつを俺はいつも他人に預けようとしてたのかもしれねえ。
ガッツお前まさか鷹の段をやめるつもりじゃ。
Masaka! Bakana! Impossible! Not yet, but eventually. And that's something that, like, by the necessity of the adaptation gets left out, but there's a lot of, like, good character moments of all these characters being in the Band of the Hawk, being like, yo, what's your dream? Why are you so free? What's your dream, son? Like, Gaston wants to become a fucking tailor. Fucking Cormac wants to fuck bitches and become a nobleman. Ricker wants to become a blacksmith, sorta. Like, all of these incidental side characters, they got dreams. And then Griffith's like, I'm gonna become a motherfucking king by my own sword, like Conan. And even Casca's like, I wanna support his dream. Like, she's driven by her loyalty to Griffith. Guts doesn't have anything. He's really just kind of passing through. Even though, like, throughout the whole of the Golden Age here, you start seeing the buildup of the relationship. Guts really, like, becomes comrades with all these dudes. They're all buddies. And even now, here, you can see it reflected. Griffith ain't even here anymore. And in the back, you see Guts and Casca talking. You've seen the development of their relationship just over the course of these fucking, like, select your mission screens. And then Jude is looking at them like, oh. Like, even just from those screens, you can see their development. Casca looking on from the background to where they are now, like this.